friends, and welcome to another time-lapse video. As you can see, I got a little bit too excited and started drawing before I remembered to press the play button. I'm just still getting into the habit of filming myself when I'm drawing, but I'm actually really enjoying it. It's kind of a good practice for me, because even though you guys aren't there watching as I'm drawing, I still feel like I need to do things faster and more smooth, and I'm more conscious of what I'm doing. So in a way, it's like a good practice, in case I ever want to do like live drawing or anything like that. Today I'm drawing a heart. Basically, my plan is to use this heart on some products, some greeting cards, and possibly some other things. So please stay tuned for that. As you might be able to tell, I'm using charcoal, which is my preferred medium. I actually used to draw in graphite. That was how I started, and I would say in a way graphite might be a better thing to start with, because it's less messy, so it's slightly easier, but I just find that the charcoal gives me like this depth that graphite doesn't. Like, I'm able to get much darker shades with charcoal. And also, I do have some background in painting, like oil painting and stuff, and I like that with the charcoal I'm actually able to use a paintbrush, and I think that's like a fun way to get like a smooth texture. It's good for like the base layer when you're getting, all your shading, like where you're gonna have your darkest areas, and things like that. So tip number 1 is use charcoal powder and a paintbrush, and just give your piece like a very light layer of charcoal to begin with, just to sort of get a feeling for where the shades and the light is gonna be. I've started to be a little bit like braver, I guess, when it comes to using the charcoal. Like, I literally just take a bunch of charcoal powder or like a charcoal stick and just like put it on massive areas of the drawing where I know it's gonna be really, really dark, and I actually like using my hands. So I put the charcoal on the drawing and then just spread it out with my hands. I do use the blending stubs that you've seen as well for some parts, but I feel like the blending stub takes a lot of the powder away. I know I'm not using the best paper right now. I'm actually using a Bristol board, which I really, really love in terms of the smoothness, and like when you want to do detailed drawing, it is better to have a fairly smooth paper. But for charcoal, Bristol board is probably a little bit too smooth because like the powder doesn't stick very well. I also really like using my fingers just because I really enjoy sort of getting my hands dirty and being a little bit messy. I think maybe it comes from my experience with oil paint. I always had like paint all the way down to my elbows and on my fingers, and it just, I don't know, it makes me feel like I've been like more productive at the end of the day, which I know is really funny. But that's how I feel, and I hope someone can relate to it. Also, another thing that I recommend is the areas where you want things to be like extra bright, like shiny. Like try and avoid putting anything in those areas, like keep them completely white, completely clear of any charcoal for as long as you can. The good thing about charcoal is that to a degree it's fairly easy to erase. So if you get like a little bit of charcoal powder on a white area, you should be able to erase it fairly easily. But just to be safe, like if you want things to pop out properly, try your best not to put any charcoal in those areas. I know some artists use like the what's it called, like a masking fluid, but I'm not really too sure how to use it, but maybe I should. Let me know in the comments if you've ever tried it and you think I should do it too. Oh, another thing in terms of the blending, like using my fingers to blend in the charcoal. Another thing I recently heard, which I'm actually gonna try, I think his name is Jono Dry. He is an amazing artist. Like seeing him and his work compared to mine looks like crap. So definitely check him out on YouTube. He uses cotton wool to blend in his charcoal, which I actually think is a brilliant idea. If anyone else wants to give it a go, then please share with me what the outcome is, and then it's almost like we're trying it together. I think that's about it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you again next week.